What's up, blockchain? This is Nick from Truth Blitz. Hope you guys are having a good day as always. We're going to start off by taking a look at the market, like always. And as you can see, we are a little bit higher than yesterday. We're in the green for the most part. However, I don't know if we are out of the woods. It really doesn't look like we are when I look at the chart, but it could just be a little bit of a pump fake. So we will see what happens and keep an eye. But right now we have 446, just shy of 447 billion in overall market cap. Bitcoin dominance is down slightly from yesterday to 38.7%, and we have Bitcoin at $10,238. So as I said, we will continue to watch, and you know, I think these next couple days are going to be very critical to see where the market is going to end up going, where the price will go. So I want to get into a couple things briefly. This I saw that Turkey and Iran are going to release state-backed cryptocurrencies like Venezuela. I'm not going to read the article, but it's obvious they see the potential in blockchain, the potential in cryptocurrencies to make money. So they'll probably have an ICO. I don't know who's going to invest in Iran's ICO. I'm not. It's funny though, my father and my brother, I've got them into the cryptocurrency. I don't know where they heard about it, but both of them texted me and said, hey, what do you think of this Petro ICO? I said, stay away from it. You know, we talked about this, myself and Crypto Blood on the Block Party podcast. We talked about it with Jim Willie, and I don't think it's going to work out well. I mean, who's going to trust the Venezuelan government, right? And you know, we have Turkey and Iran as well. I mean, what are they going to do with the money they raise? I don't know. I mean, it's not something I want to really get into too much. I just thought it was interesting that we're seeing more countries. And if you haven't heard recently, I saw an article. I didn't really fully read it, but it looks like, you know, our relationship, the United States relationship with Turkey, is starting to sour. So, you know, terrorism comes to mind when I see this here. Anyway, this I wanted to touch on briefly before I get into the main thing as well. And Japan, only 0.16% of 2017 money laundering reports came from crypto exchanges. So, you know, this whole idea that we need to regulate the shit out of cryptocurrencies in the market because of illicit activities and money laundering, so on and so forth. Now, in Japan, where Bitcoin is considered a legal currency, you know, we had 2017, only 0.16% of money laundering was with crypto exchanges. So this is just the line that they give us, okay? This is the line that they give the public, so they can have a good reason, or what the public would think is a good reason to regulate. Now, if you've been paying attention and have been awake for some time, like I have, you know that the vast majority of money laundering happens with fiat, US dollars, okay? So we have these big banks, the same ones that want to stop and regulate cryptocurrency, are responsible for more money laundering than anybody, okay? So, you know, I've talked about this in videos before. I mean, some of these big banks have been actually caught laundering money for big Mexican drug cartels. So, and what happens? They get a little fine, a slap on the wrist, you know, a fine that to somebody like me and you is a huge amount of money, but to them it's pocket change. So, and then they just continue on doing what they're doing. So the fact of the matter is, yes, people are going to use cryptocurrency for illicit activities. People are going to use cryptocurrency to try to launder money. But the amount, especially compared to US dollars, is so minuscule. And that's just the way it is. Like I said, I'm not going to read the article, but just to give you an idea, you know, these are the figures that Japan came up with. So anyway, this is what I really wanted to talk about. Tezos. I saw that Silvertooth made a video last night about Tezos and how it's actually going to launch. And for those who don't know, Tezos is in fact Clif High's mystery coin. He verified this just a few days ago on Crypto Blood's channel on his What Would Clif Say Part 2 video. And we're going to listen to that right now, and then we'll get into the article.
So another question here for you, Clif. It says here, any updates on that mystery coin? They've been going through some hot mess. If it still is Tezos, in your opinion.
It is Tezos.
Okay.
It's Tezos. We're running very high fulfillment, near 85% on that. And so when the lucky fellows that invested in it are able to get their coins back at the end of that 2-year legal process, they will have made money in the sense that those coins will have appreciated in value, so they're not out much. They might have bitched and moaned that they could have made more trading this stuff had they had access to it, but they're at least going to be whole in this response. And it's going to be a very unusual case because the lawyers will take vast quantities of fee and still everybody will end up doing okay, so to speak, right?
Okay. All right. So you don't know, though, if it's going to be, I remember you proposed 2 scenarios, right? One that individuals will get the actual Tezos tokens, or they'll just get their ETH back.
They'll get their ETH back.
They'll
Data
get their
sets
ETH.
are saying that, you know, once we ran into that lawyer barrier, that we weren't going to proceed. And I've never been a fan of Tezos. I've always said that Tezos was a goofy idea from the get-go, and to stay away from it. And, you know, I doubt they can implement it ever under these kind of conditions.
Yeah, I don't see them coming back from this. It's getting really ugly. There was a new article out maybe about a month ago. I'm like, yep, this has to be Clif's mystery coin. So another question for you, Clif.
Okay, so it's funny that he just said that the other day, that people are going to end up getting their money back, that the tokens aren't going to come out. And then this article, I saw an article on Fortune, Cointelegraph has an article, and Tezos head and board members step down, platform prepares timely launch. The Tezos blockchain project may finally get underway after 2 board members of the Tezos Foundation, including its founder and president, Johan Gevers, voluntarily stepped down and were replaced by Tezos community members, according to a press release published February 22nd, which was yesterday. Newly appointed Ryan Jesperson and Michael Mauney join Lars Hausman, appointed to the board on January 31st, right as the foundation prepares to launch the Tezos network. To serve the best interests of the Tezos project, Johan Gevers and Diego Oliver Fernandez Pons have voluntarily offered to resign from the foundation board. They are committed to the success of the Tezos project and will continue to support its development towards a bright future. We thank both of them for their service, stated Jesperson in the press release. Michael Mauney is a dedicated member of the community as well. In addition to serving on the board at Tezos, he is a senior researcher at the French Science and Technology Institution, INRIA, in the field of programming languages. In July 2017, Tezos' initial coin offering gained extreme popularity among crypto investors excited about the project and the coin's potential. They donated Bitcoin and ETH in exchange for the platform's native tokens called Tezos. However, following the wildly successful $232 million ICO, one of the largest ICOs to date, a dispute arose between Arthur and Kathleen Brightman, the creators of the project, who own Tezos intellectual property rights, and Gevers, who controlled the raised funds. This led to an indefinite delay of the platform launch and a series of lawsuits against the company. Jesperson supported the Brightmans in their dispute with Gevers and helped form the T2 Foundation, which intends to breathe new life into the project, obtain control from the original foundation, and finally launch the Tezos network. Earlier this month, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, declined to provide information on Tezos when it was requested by attorney David Silver via the Freedom of Information Act. Silver represents plaintiffs in a lawsuit filed against the company in November 2017. During a conference at UCLA, February 17th to 18th, Kathleen Brightman announced that the platform and tokens would be launched in the next few weeks. So, Clif, obviously, his data can't be right all the time. And people who think that it's going to be right 100% all the time are crazy. And at one point, he actually did say, this wasn't that long ago, he actually did say, that his data still shows that this was more than likely the mystery coin. And I just showed you the video, the most recent video where he talked about Tezos, and he said that it is the mystery coin. It was 86 or 80 something percent matching. But at one point he did say that it would either be people getting the tokens and the platform finally launching, or it would be people getting their ETH back. Either way, they would have made a lot of money. And if you know the original talk of this mystery coin, I'm pretty sure it was Jason the Four who talked about it first, before there was any. We were all trying to figure out what could the mystery coin be. People thought it was maybe EOS. Jason came out and said it was Centra. There was a lot of people guessing as to what the mystery coin could be, and then Clif finally came out and said it's Tezos. So, and he also said, like I said, he didn't know if it was going to be that the value would increase of the actual coin, and it would be released and people made a substantial amount of money that way, or the value of Ethereum had gone up so much. Like he just said, the legal proceedings are tied up for so long that when people finally got refunded their Ethereum, they had made their gains that way. So it does look like, despite what Clif said, because the way things were looking, we all thought that Tezos wasn't going to launch. The articles that had come out, the past few months about Tezos and the lawsuit and everything that was going on did not look good. And it really did seem like this was going to be probably shut down and they would be made to refund everybody's money. So now it looks like that's not going to happen. I don't personally like Tezos. It's supposed to be a smart contract platform, blah, blah, blah. I very much, and I haven't fully looked into it. I didn't read the white paper or anything like that on it. But I looked into it a little bit, and it just didn't resonate with me. It didn't look like something. Let's just put it this way. I would much rather be in EOS. And Clif also confirms in this same video with Crypto Blood that EOS is going to do very, very well. I don't think those were his exact words, but it's been talked about a lot lately. I'm not going to tell you what was said, but it's been in his reports. You need to buy Clif's reports to know. I don't give out his information on his reports for free. But anyway, I would much rather be in a platform like EOS. which I am. And if you guys have been following me for any length of time, you know I'm a big fan of EOS. So that's pretty much what is going on with the Clif High mystery coin. I'm not saying I won't maybe pick up a few. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see which exchanges they come out on. But as of right now, I don't think it's something I'm really going to get into. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for now. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like the video, so we can get it up on the search results and get it out to more people. And also subscribe to the Block Party podcast channel. And I'll see you guys next time.